Thanks for coming back and checking out my channel. So the good people at Membrane Solutions reached out to me and asked me to try out one of their new products and let them know what I thought about it. So in today's video, I'm going to be unboxing and trying out their new SimPure HC3 360 degree Car Air Purifier. I don't know about you, but living here in Texas, I get my fair share of year-round allergies. And in our current environment, bacteria, viruses, and other airborne pollutants are a big concern. So anything to help make things better and safer are things I'm always going to be interested in. Now, just to let you know, Membrane Solutions is not sponsoring this video and just sent me this unit to review. So I'm free to tell you my opinions, whether they're good or bad, about the product itself. So stay tuned and we'll get to it. So as someone who suffers from year-round allergies, I'm always on the lookout for good quality air purifiers. In my home alone, I have a number of air purifiers running year-round. I have both high-end, more expensive purifiers that do an amazing job, such as the Molecule, and I even have normal air purifiers that I have laying around just to help circulate and clean the air, such as the more affordable Winix air purifiers. Both of which of these you can check out in my reviews, which I'll link in the cards above. Because allergies are everywhere, it can help to have a more portable air purifier which I can use in my car, so I'm glad Membrane Solutions sent me this to try out. If you do end up wanting to buy one for yourself, I'll leave an Amazon link in the description section below. If you use the code SimPure2 when you check out, you'll get an additional 20% off. This is something that they gave me to give to you, my viewers. So let's quickly unbox this thing and see what we get. At first glance, the packaging is fairly simple and inexpensive, and that always tells me that companies usually spend more time on the product rather than the packaging. However, we'll see if that's true in this case. It said that this air purifier is a 4-stage air cleaner, and what that means is that any air that passes through this goes through 4 different filters and stages of cleaning before recirculating the air. It goes through a fabric pre-filter, which captures the larger particles such as hair and dust mites. Then the air passes through a particle filter, which is more granular to remove allergens, pollens, molds, and other particles that can cause irritation. Then there's a third filter to filter out smoke and other odors and bacteria. And then the last stage, which is the HEPA filter, which removes a majority of the remaining fine particles and pollutants. So in total, and in theory, this should remove about 99.7% of all particles and kill airborne mold and germs. It'll also clean the air of most pet dander, odors, and other TVOCs and PM2.5 particles. Now what does that mean? TVOCs are the total volatile organic compounds, and PM2.5 is a mixture of solid particles and liquid droplets that are less than 2.5 micrometers, which is 1/400th of a millimeter. So very tiny microscopic particles. Now with that said, also keep in mind that this thing says it cleans the air. The built-in filters are made to capture and remove all of these particles, but not necessarily break them down and destroy them. So it looks like this comes with a car charger that has expansion USB ports. I'm not sure if these are USB 2 or USB 3, but we can find out. It's made of a plastic, so it feels kind of cheap, but then of course there's not much tech behind this. It's got a USB cable that plugs into the device itself. You get your typical instruction manual. And does it say, so this is 1.5 watt rated power. Okay, let's take a look at the unit itself. It looks like a cup. It looks like one of my mugs, my water mugs. So it looks like there's a power button at the top, which is touch sensitive. The power goes into the back here. It's got a flowery design. The vents are at the top. I guess it sucks air from the bottom and from the side and blows air out through the top. I'm not sure how difficult or easy it is to replace the filter, but it's pretty secure. What's nice is this has a cylinder shape, and the reason for that design is because they said you can place it in your cup holder. However, if I place it in my cup holder, I kind of block all the vents off, so I'm not sure where that logic comes from. But we'll see how it works. The bottom is where all the air gets pulled in, and then the top is where all the air comes out. Okay, so I don't have anything scientific to prove that this thing works well, so we're just going to test this air purifier out just through usage. So let's see how this thing works. So as y'all know, this is the air purifier here. This is the SimPure air fryer here, and what we're going to do is we're going to test it out. So as you can see, it does in fact fit. Oh, let's put it here. It does in fact just fit in the cup holder. But again, you know, my concern is that the air that it captures is all at the bottom, so there is space, but it doesn't. I don't know how effective it'll be because it's very little space, you know. So let's see. Comes with a car charger, and I would assume you just face it upwards since the USB ports are at the top. So plugs in that way. We'll plug this USB cable into the top. Now, one thing I notice, this doesn't have much clearance. This might not be the case for all cars, but for this car specifically, it doesn't have the clearance to access it very easily. But, you know, you can. So, we'll take that USB plug, and then we will plug it. Into the top of this. And first we'll try this up here. We'll power it on. So in order to operate this thing, you press it or touch it, because it's not a button. Touch it once. Green indicates high power or high speed. Press it again. Blue indicates low speed. And as you can see, it's fairly quiet. Press it a third time, and it turns it off. According to the instructions, this automatically turns off after 4 hours of no operation. So I assume that means after 4 hours, and if there's no interaction with it, it automatically turns off. Meaning you have to touch it in order to keep it on. There is a fresh smell coming out of it. It does smell very nice. It feels like it's a clean, it's hard to describe, but it's like a clean smell. You know those air fresheners that have the after the rain smell? Well, it smells like that. So the only way I could think of to test and visualize how the air circulates through this thing, and if it even works or if it's even cleaning the air, was to improvise. Now, by no means is this scientific. I'm just going to be testing this out using everyday items that I have laying around the house the best way I think I can. So what I did was I attached this to a portable battery to power the unit, and I'm going to use something that I purchased from IKEA, well, my wife purchased from IKEA, to keep all the air in, and our standard steamer that we purchased from Amazon. So let's take a look. So I'm going to power this unit on first. So as you can see, it is now on. I'm going to try to capture as much air as I can and keep it in there by placing this on top. Then I'm going to use the steamer to blow smoke into it. And we'll see how long it takes to clean it. Of course, I did not account for the condensation. Okay, so that didn't work as I planned. So instead we're going to try again with this. This will be the constant. And this time we're going to try my wife's air diffuser or air freshener, whatever you want to call it, because this generates smoke without any of the steam. So let's see how this works. I'm going to try to capture as much smoke as I can and then quickly transfer this onto it. So I'm going to power that on right now. And you can probably see the smoke better with this black background. So we'll capture as much smoke as we can and then see how it cleans the air. How it circulates the air. Okay, so just for testing, I'm going to prepare it. And as you can see, it cleans it pretty quickly. It sucks in all the air fairly quickly. So you can see there's no more smoke in there at all. I've been using the SimPure Air Purifier for about a week now. So would I recommend this product? I think I would. For only $37, this thing works pretty well, and you can pick one up at Amazon using the link in the description below. It's not insanely expensive, and based on about a week of usage, I think it works very well. I also haven't seen many car air purifiers out there that are portable, so this is definitely in a niche of its own. What I do like about this is that it does emit a fresh, clean air scent that isn't overpowering at all. This saves me the trouble of having to constantly replace air fresheners that just make the car smell nice but doesn't really do much to remove odors or allergens. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If my opinion changes about this as I use it more, I'll definitely post another video. But based on my initial use so far, I think it's great. Also, before you leave, please support this channel by smashing that like button and subscribing. I'm going to try to post more frequently, so go ahead and hit that bell icon as well to get notified when I post new content. Until then, see you later.